Hey,
You ready?
yeah.
Kind of in my seat.
No, I mean, does it matter? It's not.
Well, I mean, we kind of sit in the same place every time, so kind of in my seat now. So you just want to swap old seataroos real quick?
No.
Seriously.
All right.
Seriously, don't get out of my seat. Seriously, just for the shot. Just
No.
get out of my seat.
No.
Okay. Get out of my seat, or I'm gonna make you get out of my seat.
Freaking make me get seat. Ah!
Millions of lives are in your hands. I believe in you, Captain.
I'm bracing for the pain and I am letting go. I hit a wall.
I will destroy your kind. I think you're underestimating humanity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Initial Reaction. My name is Philip,
I'm Charles.
and this week we are talking Star Trek Beyond. Another week, another reboot of sorts. This time it's the third movie in the rebooted Star Trek series,
Right.
but this time it is not directed by J.J. Abrams. It is Justin Lin who did Tokyo Drift through Fast and Furious 6.
Right.
That's mainly what he's known for. But no, what'd you think? Initial reaction.
I loved the heck out of this movie.
Yeah?
I loved it. Yeah,
Nice.
It was a lot more. I mean, there's definitely some problems, but
Yeah.
just like slight problems I had with it, and so it's not gonna, spoiler alert, it's not gonna be a 5 out of 5, but it is going, like, it was way more enjoyable. For that first Beastie Boys trailer, I was like, ugh, like I wish I could fast forward through this trailer. Every
Yeah.
was not excited. Then they started releasing those other little trailers. With more like in depth and
Yeah, just get a better
more, like,
idea of
story.
what
Like
the story
here's
was going to
these,
be.
like,
Right.
this is going to be about the characters for once,
Right.
And so I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, well, interesting thing is, like, I didn't get into Star Trek. I didn't really know much about it until the first Abrams movie. Did you watch any of the series?
I watched
or
the original
other-
movies, like
Okay.
with Leonard Nimoy and
Right.
them.
Yeah, I went back after
So
Into Darkness and watched
so
a
I
few
wa-
of them.
Yeah,
but
I watched those with my dad, but I didn't watch really. I've seen like a handful of episodes of the original. Never watched Next Generation or any of that stuff. So,
Right.
but going in, like I feel like, or even knowing about the series and where they came from, it felt like you could actually make this one of the original movies. Like it felt.
that's kind of where I was heading.
It felt like, because that's almost a cliche like thing to say about Star Trek is like, oh, you're trapped on a desert, you're trapped on a
Right.
weird planet, and people are attacking you. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
almost a joke you make about Star Wars, like
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh no.
Edit that out. Just kidding. Anyway, but
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like this one more than the other two. The other two have kind of fallen into that. Like, I really enjoyed the first one. It was a great introduction for someone like me who didn't have any idea like who these characters were, what their specific personalities were, or what type of world that they were
Right.
operating in. And then the second one felt like it was kind of different enough. Like, I really enjoyed it, but it was the same thing where it kind of told more of that. It was like an extended part of the origin story.
Right.
Whereas this one, it's like finally getting into it, like into the thick of it,
Right.
into what kind of defined these characters as the
Right.
TV show did. And so that part was really enjoyable. Like, it was
Right.
like, all right, cool, let's just go on a mission with this crew.
Right.
And, we're already invested in them, but now we just get to see them in
Right.
action. And that, yeah, it was 2 solid hours of just like pure entertainment.
Right, and it's like it was weird because I felt like I liked this one better than the first one and Into Darkness. And,
Yeah, I
and-
big difference from the
and
first two.
Right.
Not just the director, but yeah, Simon Pegg was
Right.
the main writer on this one with a writing partner. But no, it felt very streamlined as
Did-
far as the story went.
Yeah, because he had a big job ahead of him to be like, hey, these first two films were pretty much divisive between Star Trek fans and
Right.
just the
That's how it felt,
modern
yeah.
sci-fi
Mhm.
community. And then for him to be like I'm sure he was like sweaty palms the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
I'm sure, you know what I mean? Because that's a huge responsibility. And, yeah, he did have a writing partner, but I feel like you could tell like some of these things were like he really researched it. He really felt like,
Yeah.
here's what needs to happen here. and it was a perfect mixture of so many different things.
Yeah, and like you
So-
said, humor was consistent, and that,
Yeah.
like it was cool how they kind of mixed and matched the different character
Right.
dynamics and who was like with who. Like you get a lot of
Right.
Kirk and Zulu and Uhura, and did I say that right?
feel like you
What
just
did you
insulted
call
me.
me?
You just insulted me.
But yeah, and then but no, and then Bones and Spock, you get a good
Yeah.
mixture of like the crew interacting with one another and different tastes of different dynamics between them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool, like something we hadn't seen in the previous movies. And so that was really neat. And yeah, again, I didn't really know like reference points for how these
Yeah.
characters were in the original series, but
And that's
like,
what's so great about the writing and the delivery in these performances is that you don't even care about that.
no, the performances are
you
like
get a
super
little,
solid.
You get a little like the only thing that took me out a little bit, but this is no one's fault, but Anton Nelson's like
Yelchin.
Belchin, whatever.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm horrible with names. So. Anyway,
But yeah, no, I know what
but
you mean.
like
it's-
seeing him and knowing that he's passed since
Yeah, it
since
was-
this, it was just kind of like, you have a sense of not even a connection to that character. You just you wonder
Yeah,
about the
it's-
cast, how many
right. No, it's definitely
stuff. But they put a nice little for Leonard.
Yeah,
and then
Nimoy
for,
and-
for Anton.
yeah.
So,
It's
at least I
but
didn't say Antoine.
no, you did. Thank God for that.
Thank me. But no, I the only thing I thought was a little bit weak was Idris Elba's character.
Okay.
I didn't.
I was gonna ask you, like, okay, because this is a new bad guy,
Yeah.
and like they're not calling back to a previous,
Right.
one from the series or anything.
Which,
So
which is fine. Like,
Yeah,
where it takes it's fine. I just thought that like they tried to develop that in a way that was just like he had all these things at his disposal.
Mhm.
At his disposal, so he didn't really. I can't talk at all. At his disposal, so he didn't really need that end thing.
talking about like the bees,
Or like just his whole
Just his
army
whole
of
yeah.
whatever. Like
they didn't need that character
Right.
turn at the end. Is
Well,
it-
just they didn't need the thing that they were searching for the whole time. That was like this is going
Oh,
to change the
yeah.
tide of the war,
right.
like because they didn't even use it, and
Yeah.
then they attacked the base and got in fine. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
I can see
stopped.
it was kind of this.
But I was just like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like the little plot that they tried to do with him, it just didn't.
it was a
play
total
off of me.
MacGuffin of sorts, like
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Is that one of the characters?
No, you didn't
That's good.
mispronounce that.
Wow, I
name.
can say MacGuffin perfectly.
My
But-
favorite character was MacGuffin.
MacGuffin. He took a bite out of all the crime that they were having.
No, but I mean, it's a really enjoyable summer blockbuster.
Oh,
like
I enjoyed it a lot more. I thought
we saw it in IMAX 3D.
Even
Did that
even
have any
Beastie,
bearing?
Yeah, even the Beastie Boys song.
Oh,
has
used
a
perfectly.
has a purpose in
Perfect.
the movie, and that
I loved
brought it back and made me not hate the
The trailer,
so much,
yeah, no, it was
So,
used great. Like
but
I
I was
love
like,
that part.
okay, all right, you won me over. You
Yeah.
did it, and you did it the right way.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it was pretty awesome. Like I kind of wanted to like stand up. Like people were clapping in our theater. I kind of
Yeah.
hate when people do that, but like that moment when it kicks in, it was like
People lost their popcorn when they like showed like a little flip back to the crew.
oh, I know,
They're
yeah,
just like the old cast, like the old Kirk and Spock and
yeah. There
all
a picture of
same
the
names.
original cast, yeah.
Yeah, or
But
other
no.
dimensions, so.
It was my one thing that I was kind of disappointed in because I knew Simon Pegg wrote the script was that Spock's dialogue didn't seem as like consistently witty or like it fit his personality like to the extent that they did in the previous two movies.
Well, I
Like-
think that he's like half human, half Vulcan.
Yeah.
So like I think they explored this human side in him. Like he's close. He's I don't want to spoil anything. But
Yeah, he's having
he has
to
stuff
in
happen to him, and it's forcing that human side out. And he's finally discovering that human side of him. So
Yeah.
I didn't mind that as well. I thought
yeah,
that was.
that's
I mean, he still has some
Valid
great
point.
one-liners.
he does, yeah. Him and
So-
Bones actually have some really good chemistry.
Yeah, so-
that was really cool to see. But anyway, really enjoyed it. Initial reaction? Where are you
I'm
going?
going 4 out of 5.
I'm going 4 out of 5 as well. It's just again we.
I mean, I loved it, but like, there's some this stuff that knocked me down a star. Or
Yeah. No, I mean,
But-
I don't think it's an exceptional like action or sci-fi movie, but it's really solid entertainment. You know.
true.
Yeah,
Go
so-
see it.
Yeah, definitely. And we, like
In
I said, we saw it
IMAX.
in IMAX 3D. Definitely worth that extra big screen experience. But definitely appreciate you checking out our reviews as well. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, Initial Reaction Reviews. You can read my written reviews at www.reviewsfromabed.com. But check back with us next week. We'll have a review of the biggest release. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
That's true. Live long and prosper. That's not nerdy.
Star Trek Beyond.
Got it though. You really did.
It's done.
You practice it.
David, guys. David, what the crap, man?